Today we are basically going to be carrying up the dash. Yes, the dash. We're not going to be using computer aided design, we're going to be using cardboard aided design, just to get a feel of how I want things to look. Welcome back. Remove the steering wheel nice and gently. A little bit of time for cardboard aided design, I suppose. Rev, volts, temp, fuel. We've not had it yet, but that's the 80mm one from Demon Tweaks that we were on order. So I just need to make an 80mm circle. And then I want cardboard aided design. What I want to do is I want to find out the best layout with these and basically just find the best layout that looks more like a fighter's cockpit, I think. Would be quite cool. It would look quite cool as well. So the aluminium bit of the dash, paint that black, and then the actual where the clocks go, leave that aluminium look, and just give it a lacquer coat, so it looks quite different and nice. So when it's all lit up and all the dials are lit up, it'll look amazing, especially with the black start button that we've got. It will all be nice and in sync with. So we have a ignition switch going through a relay to switch the ignition on, and a starter button going through the relay to go through the starter. So it's all nice and set up, so nothing's taking, none of the switches are taking the full wattage, well, the full amp of starting or anything. It's all going through a relay like it should do on a more modern car, because what it was previously was through the ignition switch, didn't actually go through a starter relay, which is probably why we were burning out fuse boards. Well, we were burning out fuses and they were getting very in. So we have temp gauge, we have volts, so that will give you a 12 volt readout, so you can see fuel, rev, and speedo, can't we? So speedo, volts, rev, temp, fuel. Can you think of any others that we need that we're forgetting? We've got lights. Yeah, we'll have telltale lights for the indicators, so they flash when your indicators are on, so when you're turning left or when you're turning right, they flash. And we'll also have a beep so you can hear it, because it's very noisy when you're driving along. You've got the top off, because I don't think we'll ever have a top on when we're driving along, so we want them to be indicating, so the telltales will flash it up. We want an ignition light, don't we? We want a problem light. Do we? No, we don't want. We just want an ignition light. So when your ignition's on, and then when you started it up, that goes out. That'll be nice. And we want lights to indicate when your headlights are on, your side lights are on, and stuff like that. So that they'll all be in like a cluster, which would be quite nice to set up properly, so it's all in one line. But we'll get there. We'll get there. It's a slow process, because obviously I'm doing a lot of other things while we're out there. Hey, Batman. But we'll get there. So we are doing it slowly but surely. So I'm just going to sit in now, put the steering wheel back in, and play around where the clock sits, so I can see the clocks through the steering wheel. Would be a nice little add-in. And Yes, it is really cold still where we are in the UK. So back onto here. Let's get this back on. Obviously our good friend Barry will soon be making us a column to hide up there. So back on she goes. There we go. So now we need to mini it there. So we'll have a speedo there. So you can see the speed we're doing in the centre there, and then probably 2 clusters there of the 40 mil, and probably the rev counter there, so we can see the rev, so we know when to change gear and stuff, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. Or do we just have that plain? We could have an 80 mil rev counter there, couldn't we? No. Let's have that plain, and that's have that indicator lights, yeah? I think that's best. Have that indicator lights, and that will do. Back in we go. We've got quite a lot of space here, so we can have temp done. I think we go a bit higher up. So we want the speedo there. I think we want a speedo there for an indicator. Or do we just put the speedo there? Ooh. Or do it lopsided? No, I think speedo there. That'll be fine. Speedo there. Nice and central. Yeah. I think speedo there. So this is just temporary tape. I don't want anything that's going to stick and knacker up the dash. So we'll just put some on itself like that and have a guesstimation. Is that about right? Put in the comment section where you think the speedo should go. So let's make a start button. I've got the important bit. Where were we? Right, back in. Right, so we have to play around with it a little bit now. So, I believe we have a start button as well. So, I think the speedo is right. I think these can come down a little bit. Yeah. That will give us a space for the lights. I'm not having indicators on here. Don't want them. I'll probably have indicator there, indicator button there. You press to put on, you press to switch off. So what I need to do is design that so that goes over like that now. Okay, so back to the carbonated design. We're back to the cat. Right, carbonated design. Oh, pen. It's going to be wicked, isn't it? Right, so take these back off and turn them upside down, like that. So we can keep an eye on things. Right, so I want a style, so I want this showing. I want about 5 mil showing on here. Yeah? So, if we mark it here, and mark it Here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that'll look wicked. Right, let's get the scissors. We'll do it while we sit here. Doesn't need to be exact because I'll take the dash in. We'll make it out of aluminium. A bit thicker than what the dash is. Right, so we want to go up to that point so far. We've got okay, just to that point there. Okay, this is only rough so we can get the idea. Like that. Because I want the ignition here, I think. I want the ignition switch here. So that puts the ignition switch on, so it's out of the way of the passenger, so they can't switch off while you're driving. And it's just, and then these buttons for the indicators, I think. So I don't want anything over there yet. So there will be a radio somewhere over there, or maybe a glove box. So let's just remove the speedo so I don't damage my speedo. And you just bought it, it's quite an expensive one. Something like that. And then what we can then do is we can then position the speedo. I quite like that design. What about you guys? Do you like that design? Yeah. Let's put some sticky tape on the back. Like that. And then we'll black that out. That'll stay. No, we'll black this out and that will stay aluminium. Yeah? Then we have 3 Allen key bolts down here. A plate made onto here. So, please put in the comment section what you reckon about this design, if you would have it a different orientation. Yes, when your hands are here, it covers up the rev counter. I suppose when you're on track, you'll be doing this. I suppose fuel's not as important, is it? So if you put fuel there, yeah, because when you're driving long distance, you need to keep an eye on that. When you're not driving long distance, you need to keep an eye on the temp and the oil pressure. Fuel's not important, covers by hand, rev counter, speedometer is. You can see them, you can see everything you need to see now. And then also have a probably oxygen meter there, a oxygen indicator there. That will turn, sign will open, press start. The ignition switch here, on, go. Aww. I quite like that. And please, any problems, please put in the comment section just to give us some tips. Every comment helps. Obviously this hole is going to be covered up by the radio, so we're not bothered about that. I might have a radio that's set back so it's covered up with a flap. I don't know yet. Or we might have an illusion radio so it hides behind. And then just have a plaque on there saying Dutton in aluminium. I hope you enjoyed that. Just getting the feel of things before I get the plate made out of aluminium to mount onto the actual aluminium dash. I don't think I'll make it out of stainless. I was umming and ahhing whether to make it out of stainless, but it's a lot harder to machine, so I think aluminium will be the go-to thing to do. So yeah, let's get it made out of aluminium, and hopefully on the next episode you can see the dash in all its wisdom. So yep, thanks for watching. Please watch this next video, it's all supportive, and hope you enjoy. Thank you, bye.